I'm walking alone under the neon lights, in a city where I feel like a ghost at night. No one understands my wild, untamed soul. In this world I'm just a stranger, a hole. But I won't conform, I'll let my spirit fly. In this rebel heart, I'm just who I am, you'll see. I'll stand tall, I'll break free. With a smile I'll defy. I've got my books and my dreams, my guitar and my fears. In this chaos I find my peace, my tears. I'll sing songs of my own, of the stars and the moon. In this life I'll dance until the sun. I wear my heart on my sleeve, it's bleeding and raw. In this crowd I'm just a whisper, a shadow, a draw. But when the night falls, I light up the sky. With my laughter I'll conquer the sky. I won't conform, I'll let my spirit fly. In this rebel heart, I'm just who I am, you see. I'll stand tall, I'll break free. With a smile, I'll defy. And my dreams, my guitar and my fears. In this rebel heart, oh yes, who I am. You see, I'll stand tall, I'll break free. With a smile on the fire.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Friday, everyone. How we doing? How are we doing? How are we doing? Hope everyone is doing great today. We are 2 days away from the winter solstice and the beginning of Yule. How is everyone doing today? But yes, good morning. Happy Friday. It's Feral fucking Friday. You know how it is. Oh. So this weekend I'm going to be going driving, doing my Uber stuff and everything. So that way, I can finish paying bills, everything, because I did driving pretty much all this past week and quite literally was about to pay the car payment and got hit with 3 bills coming out of my account all at once. So that's just great. Including but not limited to car insurance. So fun times, fun times. Then we won't be doing a morning stream as we normally do on Monday. Me and the elusive spouse with kids are going down to North Carolina, and we are visiting Babyface's parents and sisters. So we'll be leaving here super bright and early and won't be back until late Monday night. So I will most likely do a stream on Tuesday instead of Monday. But the problem is that Christmas is happening that week. So I may do a Wednesday stream and do my Friday stream. So the day before and the day after Christmas. Yep, that's right, paramedic. Former military, but yes, good old fashioned army. Yep, I was Patriot missiles. And we have the gift from Broken Angel has come in. So me, Baby Faye, and Elusive Spouse are going to open that and do a video on it. Aren't I late for something? Uh, am I late for something? Kids have eaten my brain, bud. You're going to have to be super specific. Kids and, good old fashioned PTSD and ADHD. I have calendars to remind me of shit. To the point where I have calendars for when our calendar notifications. The wrecking of the brain when you tell someone in the military they're late for something. Like the sheer panic that just happened on my face of, hi Mike, I'm doing pretty good. Just doing a short stream and everything because I plan on going driving because have to pay bills and everything. But yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Can't complain. Even if I did, it really wouldn't change a thing. It's perfect rage baiting. Of course. So yeah, Baby Faye, Elusive Spouse, and I are going to open this together, everything, while the kids aren't here, and I'll do a video for thanking. I carved my broken halo into horns, so thank you for the gift. I greatly, greatly appreciate you. You are amazing, and thank you for the Yule gift. Uh, can't complain. Just perpetuating the having to be an adult. Hmm. And with my birthday in less than 3 weeks, everything it's chaos here. Literally, my biggest events for my life, everything Yule slash Christmas, New Year's Eve or New Year's, and my birthday all happen within 2 weeks of each other. I turned 39 in January, and I'm the adultiest adult of the house. Just saying. Just saying. Adultiest adult, what a curse. It's the Capricorn energy. It's that Capricorn energy. Can't help it. Yeah, Babyface is Scorpio, and Elusive Spouse is a Sagittarius. And yeah. The oldest is a Aquarius Pisces cusp, and the youngest is a Gemini. So I have to be the adultiest adult. It's absolutely necessary. But yeah, so quite literally, um, it's just chaos. I mean, isn't that everyone? What's funny to me? What's funny to me is I have a friend who is born New Year's Eve, and then one of my metas, who's basically like a brother to me, is born the 13th. So it's one of my friends. His birthday is December 31st. My birthday is January 6th, the Epiphany. And then my meta's birthday is the 13th. So it's bam, 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 7 days apart. Oh. Excuse me. I mean, so the Epiphany is the 12th day of Christmas, also known as Old Christmas, also, the 12th day of Christmas. It's it's more heavily represented in in Eastern Orthodox of the Catholic Church. But finding out that, my birthday is the 12th day of Christmas and everything, so my family growing up would combine my Christmas and birthday gifts because and I'm just like, please no, please no. And with how tight things have been recently, quite literally. And thank you for liking on YouTube. I greatly appreciate it. Um, with how tight things have been, I told my partners, I'm like, hey, don't give me anything for Christmas. Focus on my birthday, later on because it's 12 days away. Like, focus on that. Uh, quite literally, what we would do for my birthday is we would celebrate on the 10th because I would always start school back on like the 4th or the 5th. We would already be back to school before my birthday. One year we went to school January 2nd. Our first day back was January 2nd. Parents were pissed. But yeah, public school. I grew up in the mountains of North Carolina. There's not a lot of private schools in the rural areas unless you are doing secondary school because you got kicked out of public school. We're talking about like the uh the Great Depression still ravaged that entire area, and it never truly progressed past that. Like that's where I grew up. So let me put it to you in a way that what country are you in, Mike? I'll try. Okay. So you're living in Dublin, Ireland. Cool. Okay. So let me give you a good let me give you a good reference. So if you're in Dublin, it would be like um trying to think of a good one. Okay. Um my hometown would best be compared to Longford. Would be about that distance from Dublin to Longford and that style of town. Looking at the size, yeah, my town is about that size. Like my town, yeah, like it's a proper town. Like we so the way that my hometown is set up is that there's a river that divides the counties. One county here, one county here. There's a town on either side of the river. All right, my hometown here, the town next to us over here, separated by one bridge. All right, my hometown, you could start a rumor on my hometown, take the 15-minute to 20-minute drive to the other side of the river, to the other side of that town, and the rumor would have beaten you before then and would have at least changed 4 or 5 times. Yep, yep. Like quite literally, um, a good majority of my graduating class. I went into the army after I graduated. So, and after that, I moved to Charlotte, being a paramedic, and then moved to DC. So I've been a city slicker since, much to my mother's chagrin. But that's the thing is that like, yep, veteran basically means prior service. You signed your name on the dotted line for the military. But there's a difference between a veteran and a combat veteran. A combat veteran is someone who actively saw combat. Thank you for the support. I greatly appreciate it. No. So you can still be deployed and not see combat. That's a thing. You can be deployed and still not see combat. I was Patriot Missiles. I did not see combat. I deployed to Korea, which is technically still an ongoing war. We never signed a peace treaty, we signed a ceasefire. So I did not see combat, but I deployed, which is why I can still be a member of the Veterans of Foreign Wars and the American Legion because of that. Um, it just depends, honestly. Um, it depends on the area. Like mo- most of the community knows that I'm a veteran. Thank you for the follow over on Facebook, Kieran. I greatly appreciate it. Like most of the community knows I'm a veteran. I talk about it pretty freely. Um, a lot of people that I've met throughout my life are, like, thank you for your service, blah, 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 blah. Paying the lip service to being a veteran, blah, 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 blah. There are those that are annoyed that I'm a veteran. And I'm just like, I grew up poor in the mountains of North Carolina. It was either go to the army or a end up being a hoodlum.
I mean, aren't you a hoodlum? Is this a package that's gonna run my surprises if I look in it? If you opened it, you should spouse what was in it.
It's my gift from my throne.
Oh. Oh, that thing. I swear to Christ. If you motherfuckers eat it all in the 2 days I'm gone and I don't get to try one bite of everything in that box,
I plan on at least opening it today before I.
I'm just telling you, if you allow spouse to skip off with half of it and I don't get to try a bite of things, we're gonna have problems. Gonna have problems. Shit.
But yeah, so quite literally, that there have been several there have been several people throughout my life that are like, how dare you join the military? I'm like, I didn't have much options. Like, my family was so poor that college was not an option. So it's join the military or basically, as most of my hometown is, become addicted to meth.
And
I don't have the musical ability. I don't have the musical ability to play a banjo.
you wouldn't have to. You're just gonna do math next to the people that do. There's one on every corner there.
It's not every
It's their
corner.
theme song. It's every porch. You're right. Shotgun and a banjo.
Shotgun, banjo, and 4x4 truck.
Lifted.
That this was
They'll
before.
really let us know their dicks are high.
This is before the lifted bullshit.
Even before the lifted bullshit, the rednecks were still lifting it. Shit that wasn't lifted. You forget I spent a stint in Taylor, Tucky.
The only reason why lifted trucks became a thing is because they saw the hydraulics on Lowrider for many different music videos.
Michigan went lifted for the dunes. Michigan went lifted for the off-roading.
Which doesn't really help.
It gives you a higher place to jump from when your truck inevitably gets stuck in the sand dune.
Yes, but also puts more grease points where sand can become impacted in those grease points and fuck up your wheels.
I did not do the thing. I'm not more.
Yeah, we're actually going to be working on that after Christmas.
The mic he was using before used to pick me up more, but he's a brat and won't help me anymore.
Well, it even shows that you're registering.
Yell.
Even when you're whispering, it picks you up. Oh, I appreciate that.
I need you to know that this happened. I need you to know that that happened.
Okay. I have not opened it yet. I planned on recording.
Hold on, I'm setting the fucking terms with this spouse too. I am leaving for the weekend. I swear to Christ. If you motherfuckers open these snacks or disappear with half of them while they're gone and I don't get to try one bite from every single one of them, I'm skinning you alive. There will be no burying things downstairs and hiding that. No, we're not doing it. Not doing it. Luna out. You're not welcome.
I planned on opening them before. I planned on opening them before I left for driving.
I baked you cookies not once.
And I got 3! And I got 3. Just saying, I got 3. Got 3, motherfucker.
As I said, I am going to be opening them before I drive so I can record a thank you from us because it was addressed to the 3 of us for Happy Yule.
You should just send him this clip and let him know we're excited.
Snackies!
Send him the clip where I threaten bodily harm. That's very on brand.
Snackies!
Very on brand.
Here, you have squirrel hands better than I do.
Did you just squirrel? Did you just?
You only say that when she's picking lobster and crab, Jessie.
And it's woodland creature hands, motherfucker. Are you Jeremy?
No.
Then you should learn their terms correctly.
Here for antagonistic behavior.
Go ahead and open them.
Cool.
Here,
Fine.
she's Louise.
I will.
Luna, you're a whore.
And I'm not on the internet.
You're a whore.
Because
She's not in here. She can't be a whore. She's not in here.
she
No.
scratched.
She's knocking.
Oh, she's knocking on the door.
Say hello.
On Snacky's door.
So
Here's the problem, Mike. He could try that, and then he'd come home and everything he uses would be locked in one. Everything.
Here, have words.
Vapes, controllers, not meds. I like when he takes his meds. That's the only thing he'd have access to. His medications.
Oh, the actual Indian divide pistachio chocolate bar.
Delightful. Here's a list of your.
And you go, I'm looking for the Asian stuff.
There's a
Cat, cat. I don't know this language. Ooh, sesame sticks. Hello, tasty.
I'm
The only thing you've got Asian is the sesame sticks, it looks like.
That's what it looks like.
There's the soft orange candies, the chocolate covered orange gels that I like.
Yep, I get that. There's a singular divide bar.
Yeah.
Something with that's extra.
That's new. That's not. That's new, apparently.
Something with tahini crackers, which are okay. A weird drink.
Oh, they included a blueberry version of my orange gel. Mm.
Weird.
Was that a good sound? Huh.
Chocolate covered blueberry jello.
Cocoa milk? Milk. Nugget bar.
Imagining unlocking things with your stream deck or from donation goes, God, I'm evil.
A lemon.
I've threatened that too.
More lemon.
More lemon.
Lemon.
The thing is quite literally, uh, one of the things that Babyface has put forward to stream was quite literally, um, stream like certain sub goals and donation goals, gets things taken away from me
This looks
instead of I earned them back.
like a Twix.
What?
Twix bar?
Where? What's it called?
I don't know.
Albini.
Yes.
It is a biscuit bar layered with caramel and coated in chocolate. So yes, it's a
Cafe.
Albanian Twix bar.
Cafe.
Cafe Crown. Yep.
Hazelnut coffee.
That.
It is coffee, yes.
Hazelnut.
But yes. So quite.
Flavored.
Quite.
Potato chips.
Quite.
Yeah.
Quite literally, it. The idea was that
There's so many snacks.
basically it was going to start with my stuffies that are on my desk, like my Squirtles, and then it was going to go to my controller and my mic and my keyboard.
Did you tell them about the time I wrapped everything on your desk? I don't. That's fantastic. I enjoyed that.
And I was pissed for 24 hours.
You were, but I will be here for 48.
Yupo.
Orange candy.
Lemon. Chewies. Fruit juice. Lemon,
Yupo?
orange, and mandarin.
Yep.
It says orange soft candy. Yeah.
It's a moving out stream.
God, I wish.
It looks like a tar flavored cracker.
Let me see.
Crispy or
Crispy cracker.
is it called crispy? Yeah.
Cheese.
Yes, it's Zatar. Well, it doesn't say Zatar, but it's Zatar.
It's the tar.
It is the tar.
The blue one's cheese.
Fucking smart.
The blue version is cheese flavored.
But yeah, so quite literally,
I just suck on this coffee. A singular coffee. Yeah. Coffee.
The locum.
Bon.
let me see.
Cavello.
Back on a serious note, personally, I don't like streams which make the interaction transactional, like bits or doing something, because it makes the streamer losing the genuine connection with others who interact for what they bring, not anymore for who they are. If that makes sense, it does make sense. That's one of the reasons why, like, quite literally, when I've done those type of streams, I've done it between points, bits, tips, and subs. So resubs count.
It's a moon pie.
And using channel points, like certain amount of channel points will, take something away.
They send us surprises. I love it when people send you surprises. You said the Dubai pistachio.
Well, that's on the list, but it's new.
It's not usually included with that box.
What?
We don't know if it's also made with almonds. Even though it's pistachio, they usually have the nuts kind of together.
It sounds like an amazing way to die.
You're not allowed.
but it'd be so
Denied it low.
I understand now.
Denied it low.
It's like
I have a
Jello.
I have a cringe story of a streamer reading a long message of a viewer sharing a sad story and how much the streamer helped him going through it, and the guy stopped mid message, play a 5 minute saxophone from a points redeem. That's one of the reasons why um
Thank you, human who donated snackies.
that's one of the reasons why I have a
I'm a better packer of this box than other people. Just
I
saying,
have the
people need snacks.
that's one of the reasons why I have a pause on certain blurps to yes. Yes it is.
I don't like other languages that aren't languages I know because I can't read. And then it makes me mad because then I want to learn the language
No.
so I can read. The whole reason I started learning Mandarin was so I could read my fucking Danmays in actual Chinese. Like, oh, what's this?
But yeah, the
Strawberry milk bar.
one of the reasons why I have the blurb set up the way I do is that certain redeems, like sound redeems, only last like 2 or 3 seconds. Uh, and quite
Manage the jump scare with Babyface in here.
yeah, and the jump scare one and the red alert ones are not allowed to be played while basically anyone but me is in here. Even when the kids are in here and I accidentally leave blurp on or my Lumia stream.
Okay, that was fun. Good times.
I love you. But yeah, so uh, all the redeems that I have made certain that I have been the one to want to do. It's is that a real is that sweatshirt real or is it stolen?
What where? What sweatshirt?
Uh uh. I mean, so that's because people enjoy making content creators uncomfortable. Oh, it was not at first. It definitely was not at first. Thank you, Quinn. I greatly appreciate it.
I dropped my brand new glasses.
I heard him. Like I've been streaming. I will have been an affiliate for 3 years. Um, and quite literally, it's taken work. And quite literally, one of the things that has taken time is learning one to continuously talking when I'm doing just chatting. Trying not to have any lull moments. Um, which is harder than you would think. If you think that you're not talking enough, you're not talking enough. If you believe that you're talking just enough, you're not talking enough. Constantly doing these things. And when I'm gaming, I'm too hyper focused on quite literally my game because I'm ADHD as shit. So I will hyper focus and I do not pay attention, which is on me, mind you. But quite literally, the the thing is that like it takes work, it takes effort. And when people grab clips, it's either because there's a crash out going on or someone is doing something screwy or a streamer misspeaks or content creator misspeaks, something along those lines. And like and some of them can be uncomfortable. And that's the thing though, is that like quite literally the hardest part the hardest part about content creation as far as um I think that having the ADHD tag is helpful for the most part. I also think that um, a good majority of at least the community that has been here for a hot minute know that I'm ADHD as fuck.
Knows that our whole fucking house is spastic. Spastic.
Yeah, the entire house is neurodivergent and neurospicy. So, and ooh, well, it's a Lynette. Good morning, Lynette.
I was just about to respond to you. I got sidetracked though. It's Heathen's fault.
So a lot of people tend to come in and out of stream. Like a good example would be Phenom. Phenom comes in for a few minutes before he starts his stream, just does his check in, which is awesome. Lynette, who is the patron goddess and patron saint and goddess of and wayward heathens.
Why do I have a tag? You tag me, oh, it's you.
Somebody tagged me and asked to DM.
That was that person
Oh.
that deleted it and disappeared
Mm.
and went fucking crazy. Because I'm sure she's not blocked here, so eventually she'll see this. You're fucking nuts. You went to my real life friend to bitch about me. That was the choice.
As I said, people are weird. And the thing is that like even as content creators, all right, we're still people too. Like I have I have so many people in my DMs on the page that Babyface has muted the messenger part
When I accidentally click a notification.
because then the messenger notifications come back.
Yeah.
I've gotten dick pics.
That's what that video was. I'm pretty sure that I got the other day on my page.
I'm pretty sure. I've gotten full on, full on, um, play-by-play vids. I would say.
You get people on the daily offering to send you nudes of their partners, not themselves, their partners. Let me educate you motherfuckers real quick. Consent is not something you can pass on. You cannot third person give consent for someone else. Do not offer to send streamers and content creators nudes of other people. That makes you a fucking predator. Shame on you.
I'm just going to go ahead and grab that clip.
Fine. I had feelings. Obviously. I had some feelings.
People are nuts. People are.
People suck.
If you would like to send a picture of your dog, you can post it in the server. People would enjoy that.
Noodles? I have a noodle breed dog.
So I may be able to explain why you get these kind of things. Oh,
We know. We grok. It doesn't make it okay.
It's the parasocial attachment and relationship between a viewer and the content creator itself. Because quite literally, having had to deal with it now, what, 2 years? Paige is 2 years old now? Yeah, 2 years and streaming for 3 years. And quite literally, it's insane, to say the least. And I know that, like, it's one of the reasons why the Jackass of the Day posts started is, guys, deciding that it would be a bright idea to send pictures of their dicks to content creators. I'm like, okay, you have one shot, one opportunity to apologize.
And they don't. They don't. They double down.
Hi, Spook. Spooky, scary skeletons, shivers down my spine. Yeah, every single time. And quite literally, I'm like, all right, since you're not, like, I have literally went to their page using my personal profile, finding their partners, then getting their partner's website or their link on their Facebook. Thank you for liking the live, Tiffany. I greatly, greatly appreciate you. And quite literally, screenshotting the message going, hey, you need to talk to your partner about consent, and I'm pretty sure that this is not okay. Just saying. Because do you want the honest answer, Lynette? So the honest answer is that some of the male gender see those who are openly positive about their sexuality as nothing more than objects for their own stress relief, and believe that what many people want is to see what they got working. And 9 times out of 10, um, insertion does nothing. What's up, Phenom? How you doing? Yeah, I don't check the news from cable. I don't have cable. I appreciate you, bud. You about to stream? Spook, thanks. I hate it. You're right though. It,
Morning, Spook. So I was sharing tea.
and quite literally, the thing is that people seem to be of the belief that I hate to use it this way, but it's the best way I know how. More bullets downrange. What you streaming this morning, Phenom? No. Again, I don't check the news until basically while I'm driving, which is my plan for today after stream is going to be driving to, make my car payment. Oh, absolutely. Like I come at it from the polyamory approach as well as, the exploration of kink through SSC and RIC and RAC. So safe, sane, consensual, risk aware, consensual kink. And both of those terms, while seemingly similar, are vastly different. Because while so SSC, which is safe, sane, consensual, and RAC, risk aware, consensual kink. All right. And while they may seem similar in their terminology, they are vastly different. SSC, safe, sane, consensual, should be applied to everyday life. Okay. RAC should be applied to the harder kinks and people needing to be risk aware / risk adverse. So the thing is that not many people. I was in the BDSM community for 7 years before I first heard of safe, sane, consensual. I was in the BDSM community for almost 10 years before I heard rack.
No, that's because your life. Wait, was I the one that
Rack,
saying consensual to you?
no, safe, sane, consensual. You taught me rack because rack was more West Coast terminology than SSC.
Oh, Frolica.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I like risky kink, so rack is really important to me. It's yeah. And by risky kink, I mean I smoke weed. And that in and of itself is something that people don't recognize is something that is risky, involves preemptive consent.
From both sides of the equation.
Yeah.
Anything that dulls your senses needs to be approved beforehand.
CNC, yes, but that is such an extreme example. Even anything as so far as going out for 2 drinks. Anytime there is a substance in your body, that is something that requires prior consent from both parties. There is nothing about a bar hookup that is consensual, period. We should get rid of that fucking trope in movies and media and life because it's rape on both sides.
Pain meds is also a a good example of, hey, I'm on pain meds or I have to take pain meds due to knee surgery.
Yes, free use would be a much more mild example. Um, but here's a misconception about CNC in and of itself. Most people think CNC and think, oh, it's going to be an assault fantasy. That's not necessarily it. Free use is CNC. Your partner waking you up in the middle of the night, CNC. Your partner coming up behind you and grabbing you, CNC.
I think I think that
Just
I think that we as a society immediately jump to
we of course we jump to the extremes. It's what we're taught. It's what we're trained. It's look for the worst. It's human nature. But that's why I take it back a step, especially when we're in this educational mode. A CNC is not just R word fantasies.
yep.
It's everything from a midnight quickie when one of you's still groggy from sleep, all the way up to and including a fake break in.
Spook, dang it, dang it, and I had interrupted Baby Faye.
Sorry, Spook. Mike, I disagree. Preemptive consent doesn't nullify anything. Preemptive consent is the only way that your assault fantasy is not assault. Yes, I agree. But and here's your thing. You say it needs a frame, safe words, defined boundaries, aftercare. That is your preemptive consent. If you have a plan with that partner that you both have agreed on, that is your preemptive consent. Heathen is aware my preemptive consent, our preemptive consent is that if either of us is froggy in the middle of the night, we can wake the other one up. That's CNC, but that's also preemptive consent.
But on the flip side, there are also hard boundaries
Yeah,
too. Like,
how you wake me up.
or if either of us went to bed in extreme amounts of pain or already in a foul mood.
Or if we're in PTSD, or if like Heathen and I have been together a long time, we can read those moments. But if that's something that you're interested in, obviously those are things that you need to discuss. When is it okay? When isn't it okay? What are you going to wear? Is your partner going to wear a specific bracelet or a necklace or a color of clothing or no clothing at all to signal that those nights are okay? All of those things are forms of preemptive consent and doesn't ruin it. But not having them does make it actual assault.
So much like everything in life, there are varying shades of gray.
CNC isn't all about pain and discomfort, though. And that's also a big misconception.
I think that we view CNC much like how we view ethical non-monogamy. All right, people see ethical non-monogamy as either open relationships or swingers, and loop polyamory into it.
Yeah.
CNC is an umbrella term that covers a bunch of things going from one side of a spectrum to another.
C&C covers literally anything that you would want preemptive consent for. Public play. I don't ever condone that, but public play. Sleep play. Partly, all of these things are going to fall under that C&C umbrella. Make sense?
Mm-hmm. Spook even agrees with you.
Yeah.
And having these conversations in any aspect of the lifestyle, whether you're vanilla or you've been in BDSM for 20 years.
Well, and that's the thing. People say vanilla like it's a bad thing. Okay, it's not. Vanilla for and people have a misconception of vanilla too. A lot of what you and I do is very fucking vanilla. Let's be honest. Vanilla relationships still require consent. Vanilla relationships still engage in C&C. If they're fucking around in the middle of the night, that's C&C. Like, it just means they don't like extreme kinks. They're not interested in, they don't have to be choked out and spanked and called a dirty whore to come.
Can you define free use and parallel? Your definition of CNC, in my perception, is free use. So CNC would be considered an umbrella term.
So up here at the top of the pyramid, you have C&C. Okay? This is your label. C&C is the label for everything that falls in this pyramid. You're going to have your extreme examples. You're going to have the assault fantasies. You're going to have the robbery fantasies. You're going to have the I'm walking alone and something bad happens to me fantasies. Okay? Those are going to be the typical things that most people assume when they hear C&C kink. But those are just a small part of this first tier on this pyramid that C&C is. So yes, you're going to have your extreme C&C aspects, but free use is also an act of C&C. There's just a different name for it. Whereas the assault fantasies don't really have a name, so they just get called C&C. Free use has a name because they make porn about it.
Not wrong.
That's the only difference.
Thank you for following, Bruce.
Yeah, of course. And I hope that my tone was not... I hope you recognize that my aggressive tone is not directed at you personally. Help me. My brain hurts.
They grok. You're approaching from an educational point where
It has nothing to do with any of you people.
Jess, dang, just got here and missed the CNC discussion.
Yes, I remember. That's why I just needed to clarify that I'm not attacking anyone. I'm educating. I just am grumpy. Grumpy voice.
And the thing is that SSC, safe, sane, consensual, and RAC can also be applied to other settings. Thanks for following, Luz. I greatly appreciate it. Mike, I always assume good intent from you. Thanks for checking it, Faye. But that's the thing is that, like, quite literally, everything that would be considered an umbrella has spectrums or building blocks. They can have good intent but still be terrifying. And like every single thing that we have umbrella has multiple blocks that are connected but are separate at the same time. They are still under that umbrella as there are multiple ways of doing things.
She's making my head hurt again.
What?
This does say approved at the top, right? It does say my approved ones.
Uh-huh.
Why did I just get this then?
And the thing is that like quite literally when we're looking at umbrella terms, and there's a good example. A good example that I use from the gaming space. Spook says Faye can absolutely be terrifying. From the gaming space. All right. RPGs. All right. As a whole, you have your tabletop RPGs. That is a step. You have your high fantasy RPGs. That is a step. You have your sci fi RPGs. That is a step. You have your strategic fantasies. That is a step. You have so many different things. LARPs would be considered a step on that. It's an umbrella term because TTRPGs, LARPs, all of that are still role playing games. There are troop games, there's theaters of the mind, so many different things, but they are still all under RPG or RP. And because of that, we categorize it as an umbrella term. Thank you for the follow. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I have a question for you on the topic. Okay. Welcome in, Jazz. Um, so to answer that question, Mike, I would say that it's a form. I would say yes and no. I would say yes, I can see how that would be termed. However, I would also say that it's releasing inhibitions from your higher thought process. Because one of the things that I keep saying whenever I see the meme, there are two wolves inside you, one good, one evil. The the animal kingdom does not work that way. First and foremost. All right? Only we as humanity determine good and evil, and even that is determined by our culture itself. My grandfather phrased it in a way that I enjoy. The two wolves inside you, they are not good or evil. It's thought and instinct. And your thought is your higher brain. Your instinct comes down to fight or flight. I wouldn't say rational versus emotional. There are two wolves inside you. You should go to the emergency room. The correct number of wolves inside you is 0. This is true. Uh, it's one of the reasons why acknowledging the instinct, because we are, at the end of the day, conscientious creatures that have set moral and ethical thoughts determined by our societal upbringing. What is good in one place is not okay in another. Our ethics are determined by our upbringing. Kana, that's the best Two Wolves reference I've heard. It's true. Amanda, any advice on how to find another boyfriend or girlfriend while pregnant? Get involved with your local communities, honestly.
I like that life, find local meetups and munches.
bring it closer.
Sorry, FetLife. You want to go into your find your local meetups and munches, find your local community groups that are hosting events. And honestly, this is gonna sound judgy, but don't you don't not don't find a new partner, but don't go out there with the intent to find a new partner. And that's the advice I give to literally everyone. Stop trying. Go meet people, make friends, see what happens. Stop trying to force the connection. That's my soapbox. I'm off it.
Damn it, Django! No vape. 5 minute
Suck.
5 minute timer starts now. I haven't done Primal or Prey Play before, but it seems like it could be an interesting thing to explore. So,
It's so good. I choked myself out to answer you.
and and as far as what Babyface said, I completely agree. Like, but there are also other ways besides FET as well. There are your local poly munches. There are, you know, forming connections. I will always speak about, forming friends first. All right, because a lot of people forget that partners should also be friends.
um, and FetLife doesn't only have kink meetups. I needed like I don't like the local poly groups on Facebook. They make me squicky after my
Yep.
experiences.
Yep.
So I engage in the FetLife poly groups. Because yeah, they're the same motherfuckers, but at least I can see their shit and judge them behind a less Zuckerberg curated wall.
So I so Mike, I wouldn't say primal is different from a dominant mindset. I would say that it's a more instinctual brat versus brat tamer mindset. Would be it's about the strength because there's a lot more physicality than there is anything else.
Primal is why I know that my Switch just died, got locked in a box, and is not actually gone.
Uh, Amanda has
Definitely want new friends. Yeah, I see it. Not purchase partners and bars out travel. Clubs, bars are out. Long distance and online relationships are just as valid and emotionally fulfilling, if not more, than local ones. I will say that. As someone who started literally cross country from this creature here. And most of my other poly relationships,
95%.
95% of my poly relationships were long distance. Was I lucky enough to be able to travel occasionally? Yes, but not right at first. It took me 2 years to even consider planning a road trip.
And even now, Babyface likes informing her meta, which my other partner that's on the opposite side of the country, of when I'm doing fuck shit, like just being stubborn.
I tattle. I was a big tattler. Big tattler. I need to send them that TikTok. The boy aquarium became self-aware.
My current relationship, we started dating after I moved 2 hours away.
Exactly, yeah.
And
so build a foundation, focus on a foundation, meet people through groups of hobbies, interests, local, find I'm poly and this is any fucking interest you could think of groups on Facebook. I'm poly and this is smut reading. I'm poly and this is Dungeons and Dragons. I'm poly and this is they exist, right? Is all I'm saying.
Spook. Long distance is hard but worth it.
And if you're interested, even as in that person as a friend, build the foundation. There is nothing wrong with having more people in your life that care about you, no matter what that looks like. And no one can tell you what that should look like other than you and the other person involved in that relationship. That's
And
it.
and here's the thing, and I need to acknowledge this because apparently, several people have stayed in the server and it kind of annoys the shit out of me. Oh well, they only want to be friends. You still get a friend out of it.
Oh no! You have a friend? Enjoy it. Mine's dead. Oh yeah, we're going there. We're 3 days. Don't test me. Uh-oh. It's texting me.
Who's texting?
The one that breaks through the
So
one that breaks through the do not disturb. The first one
you
says hi sister.
so Amanda, I'm going to give you a piece of advice that I was told when I first entered kink. Okay? Do not, under any circumstance, go invite them to your house, go to their house, meet somewhere public, meet somewhere where there are people, and don't go anywhere else. Don't sit in their car, anything like that.
Ah. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. No cars. If she cries, I'm gonna have to pack.
Yep.
My first year grad student sister, baby sister, God, I'm old, is home for the holidays and has texted me consistently. Where are you? When are you coming? Hello? I'm home. Why aren't you?
Kana, don't do risky things that my overconfident self has done at times.
Uh, I have not gone on a date in 18 months.
Just put that there.
I have not gone on a date or entertained a new connection, even a friendship connection, really, in 18 months. With a man. I need to clarify that.
For valid reasons.
Oh, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Trigger warnings. Assault. That's it. There's no sugarcoating. That trigger warning, assault. Um, not once, but twice in a 1 month span. I went on a date, 2 separate dates with 2 separate men, vetted men from our local kink community and poly community, which is why I no longer participate, and was assaulted in public spaces both times. Once in his car and once in a restaurant. No corner booths, no cars. I'm sorry, it wasn't even his car. It was my car, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It was my fucking car. No cars, no corner booths. I've also instituted that I won't enter a building with an individual unless Heathen is also there now. That's it.
I don't have to be in the building itself. I need to be in the parking lot. I need to specify that.
Unless it's like a mall
Yeah.
or somewhere that you can't get to the door within 30 seconds. Yes. That's it. That's my safety net now. Because, yeah. Yeah, back of the restaurant, the round booth or the corner booth where most of it's blocked off from sight. And if he's sitting on the outside from you, he blocks your body and can reach his hand up your skirt. No corner booths, no cars. You can take this back now. Sorry.
It, I felt that she needed to hear it. And that's the thing is that like quite literally ensure your own safety, which goes back to the risk aware or safe, sane, consensual.
And that's the thing is, I thought I had myself covered. I thought I had myself covered. I still don't have a taser. I don't have a taser yet. Is it because they're illegal here? Are they illegal here?
No, they're not illegal here. You wanted the deployable ones, which are illegal. The hand ones, and you said that you didn't feel comfortable with your hand the way it was last year,
So what you're saying
not
is when I'm
tasing
down
yourself.
in that other state with my mother, I should go ahead and buy a deployable one
Uh,
and just tell them, oops, if I get caught.
I would say, I would say get one like Parker and Hardison have, with the prongs and everything that has the comfort grip.
Okay. I still want the deployable one. It's fun to stick on people.
Yes, but it's only we don't have the $1,000 fine for it.
Sure we do. Mom, I got caught with the taser. Well, did they deserve it? Yeah, they touched me. Done.
And that's the thing is that quite literally, um, even if I was to go out on a date right now, not only would my partners have my location, uh, I'm pretty sure I would just share my location with the entirety of the mod team.
I'm in so many Life 360 circles, including one that is just for safety, which spook. Let me speak to the other individual, and I'm sure it'll be fine if you're interested. It's someone you know very well. Well, mine,
Yeah,
but um, but sometimes, and here's the thing though, sometimes no matter what, no matter how many different ways you think you have protected yourself or covered your asses, shit happens. So be like a scout, be as prepared as you fucking can, but that also includes for being prepared for potential fallout. And that's the part that a lot of people, I feel, are struggling with the lack of accountability and lack of consequences when it comes to online dating is part of your responsibility entering that is accepting that there is likely going to be fallout. You're going to get hurt in some fashion. You have to put in the work to fix it, which is why it's been 18 months. I'm not ready. I know that.
yeah, that tracks. Um, Aftercare depends on the person. Aftercare depends on the person because every person is different.
Your face.
It's at 100%, which is why aftercare is different for every person.
And for me, it's different for every scene. Even if the scene or whatever is the same as it was the night before. I like firm pressure. I like big hugs and forehead kisses, and I like gentle touches. Um, I enjoy a sweet treat. Heathen knows to always hand me a soda, but I consider myself pretty low maintenance when it comes to aftercare immediately after. The next day is a different story.
Thank you for talking to us. We all need reminders on safety.
Of course.
Even I, who I am 250 pounds, former military. I know how to handle myself. Am also a victim of SA. Just to clarify, just because one, I am male, and two, I can handle myself, does not mean I am not also a victim of SA. And I have put in security protocols for myself, even if I'm just hanging out with friends or going to see a friend. I still have that protocol in place. Thank you for the support, Amanda. I greatly appreciate it. It can literally happen to anyone. It's one of the reasons why, like, yes, I share super thirsty fucking memes. Like, I get that. I do. But one of the things that I always speak on is consent is necessary. Consent is necessary. And I'm 190 pounds and an Army Guard veteran that trained extensively in hand to hand. All right, I have a question. Kana, I have a question. What level of combatives are you? I'm a 2. I'm guessing either 2 or 3 for you. Because you say extensively.
I would like to get to the point in my life where no matter what kind of altercation I get into, I have to announce that
Oh,
it's a
shit.
deadly weapon. I want to be Kira.
Kiara.
Kiara. I can't read. I can't see. I want to be them.
So,
Do they have to announce that they're a deadly weapon?
at level, it depends on the state, but I think between level 3 and level 4.
I want to be them.
Kiara, do you have to do the I have been trained as a weapon speech? For anyone who if they start something? Thank you, Amanda. I greatly appreciate it.
I have to if I'm walking with my dog.
My consent is the core requirement to build genuine connections.
Absolutely.
Truth. So, where we live, here in VA, all right, there is at a certain level
Of formal trained combatives.
of formally trained martial arts. I will say,
yes,
because martial arts covers everything, whether it's military training, traditional martial arts like karate, kung fu, jiu-jitsu, all of that, that you have to register your hands as weapons. Boxers have to go through this in Nevada. All right. Sorry, I was stuck in an ad. Makes sense. I was asking if in your state, do you have to register your hands as weapons? Because you're a level 4 combative. So technically, lethality is much more likelihood due to the reactionary skill that has been drilled into you, is what I was asking. Some states do it, some do not. Like Texas, you don't have to.
Well, no, because it's Texas. Assume everyone and everything is or has a deadly weapon.
Kiara, I had to register as a teenager, but a few years ago, my state no longer requires it.
I want to be you. I currently only have to announce it if I'm with my dog. But that's because
she's a deadly weapon.
She's a deadly weapon. She will, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you're just having the reaction from me seeing level 4 is like, oh shit.
No,
Oh,
I have context.
how many noses did you break, Kiara? I just curious. I'm just curious. Oh shit. No, okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
So you learned.
So it's core muscle memory.
Hold on, there because the Army combatives is Navy combatives is basically the Marine combatives, which is insane.
Yes, the world absolutely has changed quite a lot.
I'm coming back to poly after 13 years of monogamous relationship. The world has changed so much in that time. Oh, absolutely. It's changed in 5 years. I would say COVID did a massive jump for non-monogamy in and of itself due to the fact of how much mainstream attention it got. I entered the Army at level 2 or 3. Fuck. Fuck. Yeah.
You have me found more on Facebook.
And thank you for the follow, Ashley. I greatly appreciate it.
I'm tired now.
But yeah, so quite literally, like that is levels of impressive Kiara that is insane. Oh, it's absolutely fine. And the thing is that like looking at how much mainstream attention has been on polyamory, ethical non-monogamy, open relationships, swingers, so on and so forth, I would say that like a good example. All right, one of the polyam hate groups went from 20,000 to 60,000 in a period of a year because all they saw was what was in the mainstream media and didn't one do any of the work, had any support whatsoever, and just winged it. And quite literally, for those that were in polyamorous relationships, didn't know how to navigate it. And yeah, I would say that would be on the king side. But relationship side, I would say under the ethical non-monogamy umbrella, I would say I saw a lot more open relationships slash swinging, and then people realizing that they wanted to pursue relationships over just friends with benefits or swinging, so and navigated themselves into polyamory and have started learning. And anytime, like, there's so many people on TikTok that are like, oh, we're looking for our perfect partner. I'm like, please don't do this, please don't. Like, I spend more time in people's comments going, date separately. Do not date as a couple.
I'm so sorry to do this to you.
What?
Hawaiian roll cheese danishes.
I'm 37. I'm still discovering, still learning. No one knows it, knows it all. Self discovery is never ending. So, one of the things that my grandfather always taught me is that we as people should always be learning. Always be learning. The moment you stop learning, the moment you think you know it all, is the moment you're dead. You are not a part of the system anymore. And well, so Mike, I think it's because of the repressive nature of the United States itself that swinging was a bigger aspect in the US than it was in Europe. Europe is more liberal in its societal views than the U.S. when it comes to its conservative foundation. Would be my aspect or my thought process from what I've seen. It's because it is unicorn slash dragon hunter vibes, because people believe that to be in a polyamorous relationship, the thing you should be pursuing is being a triad, and it's not. Triad is polyamory on hard mode. And this is speaking as someone
Jesus fuck.
who is actively in a triad.
I have already told both of my partners, and I've told y'all, I, 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 I will never again in my life, if this implodes, be in another triad. Not once. I've been in this one going on a decade. I would never do it again.
And the thing is, we're considered a successful triad.
We are. I'd still never do it again. I'm exhausted.
And that is the more normalized way, and should be the normalized way.
And we were ethically formed. We all did date separately. We just autistic as fuck.
Spook, I don't think I'd want to try another triad.
Ugh.
It's more a question of moral choices than ideologies, because there's no wish to integrate those choices as part of their identity. Does that make sense? So, I think that the just making me scared about triads, that's because of. Thank you for
Good.
resubscribing, Drago.
I'm sorry to say it, Jess, but good. I hope that I scare people off from doing it. It should be fucking scary. It should not be the goal. Stop trying to fit people into boxes. We are not baby toys. Like,
Like,
if it happens, if it works out, that's great. Ooh. It should never be your fucking goal, or you're not being ethical. That's it. That's it. That's the stand. That's the hill I'll die on.
and that's the thing, is that quite literally, when it comes to polyamory, every relationship is its own kind of cell. All right. In a triad, you're adding an entire relationship on top of that, because it's because most people only see it as 3 when it's actually 4. Partner A to B, B to C, C to A, triad as a whole. So here's the thing, when I hear equally, there is no way to truly be equal. Equity
Should be the goal.
Equity should be the goal, because people have different needs, different desires, different dreams, different goals. Equality does not match with people, because a person as a individual is going to be unique. And like the way I explain to others, my love for my partners is equal. I love them all very deeply. But equity, the way that they are loved, is different. And it should be. because the way they receive love languages, the way they give love, all these things are different. Their personalities are different.
Oh, I can make it at home.
What?
I want corn.
Hmm. So here, so Mike, let let me. I'm going to give you a quote. All right, and this is from one of my favorite animes in the world. As Babyface rolls her eyes. Who defines justice? The Marines are just. Pirates are evil. Those who sit at the top define justice. Justice is determined by the law, but does not mean it's moral. Equity is applied on an individual basis. And the more equitable we are as a society, the more fair we are as a society. Justice is a response that we pursue when we don't truly understand what justice is. We want justice, but what we truly want is equity amongst everyone. Justice, by pursuing equity, justice will prevail. If we are all equitable and hold each other equitable and accountable for our deeds, for our actions. And the thing is that when it comes to justice, justice is defined by our culture, by how we were raised, whether that is religious, societal, even morals are defined by our society, our culture, our religion. And this is coming as someone who follows Tyr, who is the Norse god of law and justice, and peace through force. Justice is a ideal that changes depending on who's in charge. But equity comes from a belief of fairness, a belief in the person, and a view that every person is different. Justice comes from inside us. We determine our justice. And our justice may not always be just for another. Equity is what we allow ourselves to embrace another. Like, I consider myself very high strung with PTSD, and quite literally, I enjoy when people send me memes, send me videos, send me good mornings, whether that's friends or partners, because that means that they are thinking of me. Even with that life as hard as it is for everyone, whether that's the job market, whether that is money's tight, so many things are up in the air. So sending memes, sending good mornings, sending, all these things says that they are thinking of me. But fair equity needs to be aligned on. That's why communication is needed. You have to communicate those needs. Because quite literally, by communicating those needs and those boundaries and those desires, those goals, those dreams, we can find equity in that, in how we as partners support our partners. It's one of the things that I said on a stream previously. I don't want to be the uh, main dish in any of my partners' lives. I want to be the seasoning that adds spice to their life. Their dreams, their desires should be their main dish, should be their goal. I have a question. I got a bit involved with a friend recently. It didn't work out, and I'm having trouble dealing with going back to friends and letting go of those romantic feelings. I have unmet needs I am yet to meet elsewhere. Any advice on letting go and going back to being friends? I really don't want to lose this friendship. So,
It's okay to de escalate and take time away. Sometimes the best way to preserve a friendship is to take a step back, give it some time. You have to let those feelings simmer away and not be so focused on them or the unmet needs because that's not fair to your friend.
good morning, Tiff. Spook. Love that spicy energy. Jess, I love that analogy. Which, um, which spicy energy? And and you have to understand something, that the 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 media we consume, the spice for your partner analogy, and the media we consume, the things we watch, the things we read, define the way we process the world, the way we interact with the world. Jazz, that's the best thing you can do. Hey, love.
Yeah.
Amanda.
If I can figure out how to use the world, I will figure that out. Sorry, I'm looking at food. I'm so fucking hungry. Someone buy me a roast beef sandwich. I roast the Nazi.
And the thing is that, like, for me, like, One Piece is a big part of my life. And so a bunch of the aspects of the story has influenced my life. And quite literally, like, when it comes to One Piece and everything, when does a man truly age? When does a person truly age? When they've given up on their dreams. And we see that constantly. Luffy, in the story of One Piece, has not yet killed any of his enemies. He has not taken the life of any of his enemies. Any of the people he has fought, he has not taken their life. What he has done is destroyed their dreams completely. And it is due to that, when I sit there and say, chase your dreams with everything that you can, you owe that to yourself to chase your dreams. You owe that to your younger self. your current self, your future self. Are your dreams going to be achieved immediately? No. Nothing worth fighting for is easy. Oh. And that's the thing, is that quite literally every person has dreams. I think that's like the one of the most inspirational things I've heard. I was told I'm very goal oriented. As a Capricorn, as someone who's former military, I'm very goal oriented. I am stubborn and I will rush headlong against my goals because my goals further towards my dream. I would love to be able to do Twitch streaming, content creation, everything where I can focus completely on that. That takes time, effort, work, pain, and pride. And even luck. But that you stubborn? No way. Damn, even Lynette's calling me out.
I don't know why you're surprised by that.
I'm not. That's why I was being facetious.
Moxie had a heart attack. He left without her baggages.
No.
I know.
Did, did she not hear me talking? I'll take that as a no.
Showing extreme dementia signs this week.
Huh. Drago, I'm just an innocent little angel. Shenanigans.
We're glad you caught a stream too, Kiara. And Drago, anything you have that's innocent doesn't belong to you. Not originally. Might be aftermarket.
Damn.
Sorry, I lasered in there. My bad. I'm not sure why Drago got the full focus there.
You just stared into the soul of the man's eyes and like, uh-huh.
I love you guys too.
Thank you for
Bye,
joining.
Amanda. Talk to you later.
See, this is why I fully believe that y'all are just increasing phase Fey magic. Because y'all are just, speaking the full Dean name over here, giving more power to it.
I mean, my bee magic's been pretty strong. It's been able to clear you out of a room for years.
Yeah, but you're about to go full Dionysus.
Once upon a time, Heathen walked in while I was giving a doctor an education. And immediately was only in the room for less than a second. Saw my face, heard my tone, and was gone.
Immediately turned my happy ass back around and Amanda, Fey magic?
I am Fae. I thrive on chaos magic and sex magic, but that's different side of the coin.
But yeah, so quite literally, polyamory is basically chaos. Chaos. But as I was saying, you owe it to yourself to chase your dreams. You owe it to yourself to chase your goals. There will always be someone stepping in your way because someone, somewhere in the world, has goals to interfere with you, whether that is an ex, because goals, dreams clash. You owe it to yourself to chase those dreams. You owe it to yourself to chase those goals and fight for it. I hope that makes sense. All right. I have to go do things. I have to go try and make money to, pay the car payment and do all the things. If y'all need me, please do not hesitate to reach out. I appreciate it. I love y'all.
Love you. Sure. What's your last question, Mike?
Seeing that I would need to make $700 spook, it's going to be a bit. What advice would you give to your 20s self?
Don't do it.
Like myself in my 20s, things will get better. It may seem dark right now, but things will get better.
My advice is, girl, don't do it. Anyway.
Spook out here using my own TikToks for themselves. All right.
Okay. Bye, guys.
I've got to do things. If y'all need anything, please let me know. And if y'all have any questions or decide that you want to, support everything, make sure you follow, do all the things. But otherwise, I will talk to y'all later. I love y'all, and y'all have fun. I'm glad that you're here, Jazz. Do, 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 do.
I'm walking alone under the neon lights in a city where I feel like a ghost at night. No one understands my wild, untamed soul. In this world I'm just a stranger, a whole. But I won't conform, I'll let my spirit fly. In this rebel heart, I'm just who I am, you'll see. I'll stand tall, I'll break free. With a smile I'll defy.
Heathen, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you very much for the raid. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Just making sure my shit's working. Alright. How was the stream, my dude? How's everybody doing?